I ended up being a more outspoken, honest person, which got me into trouble. And I learned to temper that with time, but especially tamed myself when I started learning meditation. It was like my voice just like whittled down to like almost nothing, right? Like I just learned that being quiet, being silent, being small and invisible without any needs or desires is the way to be when you are a serious meditator. And so I really uh, took that on, and I didn't feel like myself when I was learning these practices because I was constantly withholding and holding back my power, my expression, my truth. And something that I have noticed in the trainings is how many people go through and commit to 6 month training, and they're incredible. It's really incredible to see the way people come out of this training, how gifted they are, their healing gifts, their energy, their power. And then they go out into the real world, and all of a sudden, they can't find their voice with what they do. And really, I would say almost 80% of this work is about confidence and self esteem. And I just want to ask you, are you willing to stand alone in what you believe in? Are you willing to even rub people the wrong way, so to speak, or kind of startle them with what you have to offer? Because when we constantly live in fear and walk on eggshells about what other people may think or say about the work we do, we will never get the work and the word out, right? Like if I still need approval because all the time, and I said this in my past lives, and I'll say it again because it's still happening to this day. Every time I want to offer the sacred work, there's always like a resistance. I always get the resistance, whether it's internal or external. And a lot of times, externally, in the form of a mindset that's usually more masculine oriented, very like do, or dismissive, doesn't understand the need for sacred space. So is always diminishing the value of sacred space, the value of meditation and healing and this kind of sacred work, because it's not something that is tangible. It's not something that they understand. It's not something you can measure. So it's really up to you as an advocate for the work you do, an advocate of yourself, to have boundaries and to claim space, not just to only have space when it's given to you, but to also claim space and say, I need this, I want this, knowing that it's okay. If we keep going like with the status quo of a more, masculine mindset narrative that our world is driven by, then how are we going to really be sharing the work in a powerful way? And I realized that for myself is that I was always tiptoeing. I was always accommodating. I was always seeking approval and um, the need to be liked or accepted in order to make this work happen. And I thought, gosh, I really have to stop kowtowing. And in some cases, even fight and make a real point and have a strong voice about this work and what it can do and how powerful it is. Does it make you any less of a spiritual person when you do that? Yes, people might get startled, but yes, people might start to take notice and actually listen and actually honor the needs and boundaries for this kind of work you want to offer. So that's what I want to share and come away with, is that it's about self-esteem and confidence in your voice, in your experience, in the gifts that are being flowed through you. And so often people don't want to say, I did that, because a lot of people that go into this work, they tend to be more humble. They're very nice people, kind people who don't want to hurt other people. but it's really the heart-centered people that need to be rising up as leaders in our communities, in our businesses, in our organizations. And so this is why I am so invested in this work, is because I believe in you. I know what you have to offer. And it's about you knowing what you have to offer and taking your work seriously, not waiting for other people to validate you, give you that space, give you that approval, give you everything you need, but what you're willing to make and stand behind this work. Have a beautiful, beautiful week and speak your truth. Do it.